Dead center. Oh, that one went low. Don't know if that was me or... I got a string of low ones now. That was it. Alright, this is where I was double checking the zero, and I was using the Winchester White Box, the 333 rounds. I did have 3 that went low, but the majority all hit in the center, and this was at 35 yards. So I'd say it's on good enough for doing what I need to do. I had to check the scope again this morning, and the ring bases were a little loose, so I snugged them up real good, and hopefully it'll let me get through this testing. But anyway, I don't know how many's in the center. I think I had 12 in there minus 3. What's that? 8? No, 9 in the center, and 3 that strung out straight below it for some reason. Alright, this is a redo of last week's when I had the bad scope situation. Anyway, we're going to start off with the EuroPlink. These did not do very well, but we're gonna see where they go, and I think I'm gonna shoot the center target and just kind of see if it peppers the whole target. It probably will. But anyway, I've got one loaded up and I'm ready to go. Alright, firing the hole. 10 rounds. That was it. I had a hot piece of brass roll down and land on my elbow. That was hot. So these, they're not bad, they're not good, but they're not bad. That's a about a 1 3/4 to 2 inch group. Next up are these MaxxTech 40 grain round nose. I don't know the velocity on them. And I don't know the country. Imported from Euroports, so it's another European round of some sort. I think it's made in Bosnia. So this will be the upper right target. Alright, that was 10. Kind of sporadic.
That was the upper left target, right?
Yeah, did I say upper right? I meant upper left.
Yeah.
That's a 2-inch group all day long. Alright, next up is the Aguila 38 grain traveling at 1280 feet per second. These are copper hollow point. This is what I originally sighted this rifle in for hunting, because at 30 yards they gave a really good performance. Let's see what it'll do this time. Now, this time I am aiming at the upper right target. And get situated here. There we go. Alright, that is a very nice group. I can definitely tell when I pull it, and it's not so much pulling it as that I'm jerking the trigger. So I'm kind of, rather than squeezing it, I'm kind of pushing it, and it's making it go left just a little bit. So I've got 3, I think, just outside the Red Bull. And every one of those were from my trigger pull. The rest are inside that red circle. So these are pretty deadly for 35 yards and being a bulk ammo. Now this is a 50 round box, but I have a 500 round box of these as well. So we'll move on to the next one. Alright, I'm ready.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot the lower left target with the CCI Standard Velocity. I have a brick of these as well, but this one, I noticed in the previous video, this big yellow thing, that means I got these at Academy, but it's the same round, CCI Standard Velocity at 1,070 feet per second, and it's a 40 grain projectile. Last time I shot these, they shot really well. Let's see what they do this time. They should be about the same. Alright, that's pretty much one ragged hole with 10 rounds through it. These shoot excellent. If they were hollow point, I'd use them for hunting, but they're even listed as a target round. These things shoot really good out of this rifle. So the last one I'll do is back to what I sighted in with, which is the Winchester 333. Alright, last up I'm shooting these Winchester White Box, the 333 round count. These are 36 grain at 1280 feet per second. They are a hollow point, copper plated. And I sighted in with these because they did well last time. And I just used them to sight in with. So let's put 10 rounds down there in the lower right hand corner target, and we'll see what they do. That was it. Not as good as the CCI or the Aguila, but still it's a good group for bulk ammo. Alright, I've got this, these are not CCIs, these are Federals of some sort, and I'm thinking that I took some out of my bucket of bullets, my Federals, and put them in here. This is the Federal, and it is just bring your own bucket is what it's called, and they are 36 grain, 1260 feet per second, copper plated hollow point. I'm going to shoot at this lone target down here and see what they do. Alright, I'm on target. Way right. That one hit the red. That was it right there. So I had one fly way right, and the others made about a 1.5 group or so. Alright, here's the target, and we'll go over it real quick. This one right here was the EuroPlink. It didn't do well, but it did not do as bad as previously. It shot a 1.75 inch group. You can see it's kind of spread out a good little bit. Then I moved up here to the MaxxTech. It's another European round, and that was a 2-inch group even. And I think it was the measurement from that one to that one. And then I can't remember what came next, but let's say it was the Aguila 36 grain. That one was a 1-inch group from here to there. 10 rounds, not too bad. And then here's the CCI Standard Velocity, and that is a 5/8 inch group right there. And then this Winchester White Box, that measured out to be 1.125 or 1 1/8, so just a little bit over an inch. So in all, that's what your bulk will get you. And if you're wanting a bulk pack just to shoot targets with, definitely go with your CCI Standard Velocity. Those work really well, or at least they do out of my gun. Every gun's different, but that's what they shot out of here. And I've got a federal target out there, or a target that I shot some federal rounds at, and I'll go get it and measure it too. Okay, here's a group of federal that I'm not sure what they are. I think they came out of that bucket of bullets. Again, this was 35 yards, and without the flyer, this flyer right here, without the flyer, the group is 1 3/8. With the flyer, it's a 2-inch group. So it didn't do as bad as I thought. And you can actually see that several of them hit right in the center. I did have some out here on the edges of the center, but overall, if you just count this group right here, it's a 1 3/8 inch group.